you've been waiting, haven't you? You've told yourself, tomorrow. You've promised, I'll start after the next thing. But deep down, you know tomorrow never arrives. It's always tomorrow. A never-ending loop of delay. Now what if I told you that delay isn't just a habit? It's a choice. A decision you make, consciously or not. The longer you let it linger, the harder it becomes to break free. This isn't just about productivity, it's about your identity. What you've done is delay becoming the person you're meant to be. The person who isn't held hostage by someday. The person who doesn't wait for the world to change, but changes the world around them. So let me ask you this. Who are you really? Are you someone who walks through life making excuses? Or are you someone who demands more of themselves? Who doesn't just wait for success, but creates it? Because you can keep lying to yourself. You can keep telling yourself that the next time will be different. But the truth is, you're just staying in a mental prison of your own making, and it's costing you. That hesitation, that self-doubt, that moment you're waiting for, it's the thief of time. You've been waiting for the perfect moment to act. But guess what? That moment will never come until you decide to create it. This is the moment that changes everything. The moment you realize that your success, your discipline, your life, it's all on you. There's no magical signal, no special sign from the universe. It's just you and the decision to stop delaying your future. You know what the most dangerous form of delay is? The one where you don't even recognize it. The one where you think you're almost there. You keep telling yourself, just one more day, and that one more day turns into a lifetime of almost. So stop lying to yourself. Stop telling yourself that tomorrow is coming. Stop waiting for everything to align. Stop waiting for someone else to tell you that you're ready. You're ready right now. And this is your reset. Right now, in this moment, you have a choice. The moment you stop waiting for the right time is the moment your life truly begins. If you want to change your destiny, if you want to destroy the delay that's held you back, then you need to start by changing one thing, your identity. You need to decide who you are in the deepest part of yourself, not just some abstract version of yourself, not the person you dream of being, but the person you are now, the person who makes no more excuses, the person who does not wait for permission, the person who acts. There's a version of you waiting to break free, and it doesn't care about the perfect conditions. Your dream is not sitting on the other side of your hesitation. Your dream is sitting on the other side of action. But here's the catch. You cannot stay the same person and expect different results. The version of you that hesitates, that waits for conditions to be perfect, that version must die. The only way forward is to build the discipline to destroy delay. To destroy delay, you must become the person who moves without hesitation, the person who doesn't wait, the person who acts like the dream is already real. You are already who you need to be. What's stopping you is the false belief that you're not yet ready. But readiness is a decision. And once you decide, the universe aligns to meet your commitment. This isn't about just stepping up your game. This is about shifting your identity. So here's the key. This is the reset. You've been waiting for permission. You've been waiting for the conditions to be perfect. But the truth is, you have everything you need right now. All that's left is for you to decide. And from this moment forward, everything changes. No more delay, no more hesitation, only action. Do you want to continue the cycle of waiting, or do you want to step into your power, your destiny, your true self? The time is now. Your success is not tomorrow. Your success is today. Stop waiting. Step up. Your future is calling. Your subconscious doesn't care what's true. It listens to what's repeated. It doesn't know right from wrong, success from failure, or even truth from illusion. It only knows one thing, repetition. So let me ask you, what have you been repeating to yourself? Have you been repeating your fears, your doubts, or have you been affirming your strength, your power, your ability to succeed, no matter what? Because that's where everything starts. Your subconscious is the blueprint of your reality. The beliefs you feed it will shape the actions you take. If you've been telling yourself you're not good enough, you're not ready, you're not worthy, guess what? Your subconscious will make sure that becomes your reality. It will find ways to prove you right. But if you start telling yourself the truth, that you are capable, that you are deserving, that you are already the person you want to become, then your subconscious will move mountains to make that truth your reality. This is not some feel-good self-help fluff. This is the science of identity. The great Napoleon Hill once wrote, "Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve." This isn't just motivational talk, it's a law that once you understand it, can change your entire life. Think about the great minds in history, people like Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, Andrew Carnegie. These men didn't just rely on their knowledge or resources. They relied on the power of their subconscious belief. Ford didn't invent the assembly line just because he had the most resources. He believed in his vision with such conviction that his subconscious mind drove him to create what others thought was impossible. Edison didn't invent the light bulb by waiting for perfect conditions. He failed thousands of times. But with each failure, he repeated the belief that he was getting closer. He reprogrammed his mind to see failure not as a defeat, but as a step toward success. Carnegie didn't build an empire by doubting himself. He built it by repeating over and over that he was destined to be a leader, that he was capable of achieving greatness, and that nothing could stop him. What does that mean for you? It means that you are one decision away from reprogramming your own mind, one decision away from changing your beliefs, your actions, and ultimately your entire life. But here's the truth. You cannot change what you don't acknowledge. You need to ask yourself, what have I been repeating to myself? Because that's your blueprint, and it doesn't matter where you start. What matters is where you're going. What matters is that you choose to start the rewiring process now. Repetition is the key to transformation. Your subconscious listens to the stories you tell it. If you want to change your life, you need to tell a new story, and you need to repeat it every single day. Every morning, stand in front of the mirror and speak your truth. Say it aloud. Speak your identity as if it's already done. Don't whisper it. Don't think it. Say it with conviction. I am a person of action. I am unstoppable. I create my reality. I am disciplined. I destroy delay. The more you repeat these truths, the more they sink into your subconscious. And the more they sink in, the more your actions will align with them. Your subconscious doesn't care about your past mistakes or failures. It doesn't care about the opinions of others. It only cares about what you tell it, over and over again. What story are you telling yourself today? If you've been telling yourself that you're stuck, that success is out of reach, that you're not ready, that story will continue, and your actions will match it. But if you tell yourself a new story, a story of power, of discipline, of destruction, of delay, then that is the reality you will begin to create. You are the master of your thoughts. You are the one who controls what you believe. And once you start believing, really believing in your ability to destroy delay, nothing will stop you. Because belief, repeated daily, turns into action. And action, repeated daily, turns into results. Let's be clear. This is not about just thinking positively. It's about shifting your identity. It's about taking ownership of your beliefs and using them as the foundation of everything you do. But you can't do it once and expect instant results. You must be relentless. You must repeat these affirmations until they become second nature, until your subconscious no longer fights you, but supports you. Just like Ford, Edison, and Carnegie, you are one decision away from changing everything. So speak your identity aloud. Speak it like it's already done. Make it real in your mind, and your subconscious will make it real in your life. And this isn't just a quick fix. This is a lifestyle. The more you repeat it, the more you align yourself with it. The more you align yourself with it, the more your results will shift. And before long, you'll look up and wonder how you ever lived any other way. So I'll say it again. Your subconscious doesn't care what's true. It listens to what's repeated. Now tell it the truth. There's a law that governs your success. And that law is simple. You cannot serve two identities. One must die. You can't be the person who hesitates, who waits for permission, who half commits. You can't be the person who makes excuses and the person who takes action at the same time. One identity must go, and it's up to you to decide which one. Right now, you're standing at a crossroads. On one side, there's the person who is stuck in the cycle of delay, the person who talks about dreams but never follows through, the person who waits for the right time, the person who says maybe tomorrow. On the other side, there's the person who has already made the decision, the person who doesn't hesitate, the person who moves forward with relentless commitment, the person who destroys delay with every action, every thought, every breath. One version of you has to go, and here's the cold truth. The version of you that delays is fighting to stay alive, but the version of you that's destined for greatness is waiting to be born. What will it take to kill the old identity? To sever ties with the person who has lived in delay, the person who has stood still for far too long. It's not enough to want it. It's not enough to hope for it. You must make the decision, and you must make it now. I'm talking about burning the bridge. I'm talking about total commitment. Do you think Thomas Edison became who he was by staying comfortable, by playing it safe? No. Edison burned every bridge that would have allowed him to turn back. When others doubted him, he kept moving forward. When he failed, he didn't see it as an obstacle. He saw it as a step toward his success. Ford did the same. He didn't build an empire by leaving room for doubt. When others told him it couldn't be done, when they told him that mass production would never work, he burned those bridges. He committed to the dream with everything he had. But what about you? What bridges are you still holding on to? What pieces of your old identity are you clinging to, even though they've been holding you back? Every time you hesitate, every time you procrastinate, you're giving life to the old version of yourself, the one who waits, the one who doubts, the one who never finishes. You have to burn that bridge, and you have to do it today. Let me give you a simple but powerful exercise. Look in the mirror, look at yourself, and say it loud. I've already decided. Say it like you mean it. Say it with conviction. Say it like there's no turning back. Because from this moment on, there is no plan B. There is no fallback. There is no escape. I've already decided. It's not a question. It's not a wish. It's a declaration. When you burn the bridge, you commit to one identity, the identity of action, of discipline, of success. You commit to the person who does not wait, the person who is in constant motion. This is the law of total commitment. The moment you burn that bridge, you eliminate any possibility of retreat. You close the door on the old version of yourself, and from that moment, you only move forward. You must go all in. You must eliminate the backup plan, the excuses, and the comfort zone. Because once you've burned the bridge, there's only one direction left to go. Here's the kicker. When you make this decision, when you commit fully without hesitation, the universe will meet you halfway. Opportunities will open up. Doors you didn't even know existed will swing wide. But you have to go first. You have to take the first step, even if it feels like you're walking into the unknown. You have to burn the bridge and step into your future with unwavering commitment. And every time you start to doubt, every time you feel the pull of hesitation, just remind yourself, I've already decided. Repeat it. Say it out loud. Let it become your mantra, because this is your moment of no return. You've already decided, and nothing, not fear, not doubt, not delay, will stop you now. You are the sum of the people you surround yourself with. The environment you choose to inhabit shapes your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately your destiny. The truth is simple. You become like the minds you align with. You've heard it before, birds of a feather flock together. But this isn't just a cliche. This is a law of nature. The people you spend time with either elevate you or drag you down. They either push you forward or hold you back. And the truth is, your environment is the most powerful force shaping your future. Napoleon Hill, in his timeless classic Think and Grow Rich, talks about the concept of the mastermind. A mastermind is a group of like-minded individuals who come together with a common purpose, each person bringing their energy, ideas, and strengths to the table. A mastermind isn't just a group, it's an energy, it's a force. Think about the greats of history. Thomas Edison didn't create his empire alone. He had a network of like-minded visionaries who helped him along the way. Andrew Carnegie didn't build his fortune alone. He had his mastermind circle. Ford didn't revolutionize the automobile industry alone. He had powerful minds around him, helping him shape and refine his vision. The people you align with either elevate your mindset or reinforce your limitations. Ask yourself, are you surrounding yourself with people who believe in what's possible, or are you spending time with those who are stuck in their own limitations? Because here's the hard truth. You cannot outgrow your environment without first cleaning your environment. If your current circle is filled with people who are just getting by, people who don't push you to think bigger, people who are comfortable in their mediocrity, that's the energy you're absorbing every day. But it's not too late to change it. It's time to elevate your circle. It's time to align with powerful minds, people who will push you to be better, who will hold you accountable, and who will challenge you to become the best version of yourself. This isn't about networking. This is about finding your tribe. This is about intentionally choosing the minds you will expose yourself to. This is about surrounding yourself with people who can take you higher. Ask yourself, who do you need to add to your circle? Who do you need to let go of? Because here's the truth. You're either moving forward or falling behind, and the company you keep will either help you move forward or keep you stuck in delay. Once you've built your mastermind, once you've surrounded yourself with aligned minds, don't let anything or anyone pull you out of that energy. You must protect your environment. That means cutting out negativity, cutting out distractions, cutting out anything that doesn't serve your higher purpose. Your environment is sacred. It is the space in which your vision will grow, and it must be protected. That means protecting your time, your energy, and your thoughts. It means being ruthless about who and what you allow into your space. Don't allow weak energy in your atmosphere. Your mind is the most precious resource you have. You cannot afford to let it be polluted with negativity, doubt, or low-level thinking. So make this declaration now. I do not allow weak energy in my atmosphere. That's a command. That's your boundary. No one is allowed to steal your energy, distract you from your vision, or keep you in a state of delay. It's time to clean up your environment, starting with the people who surround you. And remember, when you elevate your environment, you elevate your life. When you align with powerful, disciplined minds, you begin to think, act, and move with the same level of clarity, purpose, and success. This is the power of the mastermind. This is the power of surrounding yourself with those who are going where you're going, who believe what you believe, and who are committed to the same high standard. Your mastermind doesn't just support your vision, it amplifies it. So today, make the decision to find your tribe. Make the decision to elevate your environment, and make the decision to never again tolerate anything or anyone who drags you into delay. Your environment is a reflection of your future. What does yours look like? Excellence is not an act, it is a habit. But what sets the greats apart, it's not just their ability to perform, it's their commitment to over-deliver. This is the secret. This is the mindset shift that will separate you from the average. The law of over-delivery is simple. You don't just meet expectations, you exceed them. You don't just show up, you show up with something more than expected. Every time. Andrew Carnegie didn't just build a steel empire, he over-delivered on value. He didn't just build products, he built relationships. He gave more than he took. He understood that the more value he delivered, the more powerful his empire would become. Henry Ford didn't just produce cars, he changed the entire manufacturing process, making it faster, more efficient, and more affordable. He delivered results, yes, but he over-delivered on the experience, the innovation, and the future of the automobile industry. You see, these men weren't just focused on getting by, they weren't focused on just meeting the bare minimum, they were obsessed with exceeding expectations, not just for their customers, but for themselves. This is the mindset you need to adopt. Over-delivery is not just about doing more work. It's about elevating your standards so high that you become the benchmark for excellence. It's about becoming someone who consistently blows people away with the quality, the speed, and the intensity of your work. It's about becoming a person of excellence, someone who doesn't settle for mediocrity, someone who doesn't just do the job. They transform the job. But here's the truth. Over-delivery is not just about the output, it's about the identity behind it. Who are you when no one is watching? Who are you when the deadline is looming and the pressure is on? Are you the person who does just enough to get by? Or are you the person who pushes beyond the limits, who gives more, who shows up with integrity and excellence every single time? The law of over-delivery doesn't come from doing what's expected. It comes from doing what's unexpected. It comes from giving more than is asked, offering more value than others are willing to give, and elevating the experience for everyone involved. It's easy to meet expectations. It's easy to do just enough. But the person who is committed to over-delivery is the person who wins. They win because they become known for their commitment to excellence. They win because their reputation for quality, for integrity, and for going above and beyond precedes them. This is the mindset shift that will separate you from the pack. This is the key to transforming your identity. When you over-deliver, you stop focusing on the outcome and start focusing on the process. You stop chasing results and start becoming the type of person who creates those results through their own discipline, commitment, and excellence. Here's what I want you to understand. You don't just exceed expectations because it's a nice thing to do. You exceed expectations because it's who you are. When you shift from doing things to meet expectations to doing things to blow expectations out of the water, you become someone who is above the crowd. You become the person people want to be around. You become someone who is impossible to ignore. And when you start over-delivering, it becomes contagious. You elevate the entire environment around you. You raise the standard for everyone involved. You create a culture of excellence and high performance that demands respect. And here's the best part. You do it all because it's simply who you are. Let me ask you, what's your identity? Are you someone who meets expectations, or are you someone who exceeds them? Are you someone who shows up when it's convenient, or are you someone who shows up with relentless commitment even when no one is watching? Here's your mantra. I exceed expectations because it's who I am. Say it out loud. Feel the power of those words sink deep into your subconscious, because this is your new standard. This is the new identity you are building. You are someone who delivers more than expected. You are someone who goes above and beyond every single time. You are someone who doesn't just perform. You transform. And when you adopt this mindset, you'll realize that the rewards come naturally. Success, recognition, and opportunity will follow because people will start to recognize you for the value you provide. Not just the work you do, but the way you do it. So I ask again, are you the person who settles for the bare minimum? Or are you the person who over-delivers, who exceeds expectations, and who redefines excellence every single day? Exceed expectations because it's who you are. You've learned the principles. You've embraced the identity of discipline, commitment, and excellence. But now, it's time to lock it in. It's time to make this new identity unshakable. How do you do that? Through repetition. Repetition is the language of the subconscious. What you repeatedly expose your mind to is what becomes true for you. Your subconscious doesn't care what's true. It only listens to what's repeated. This is why the greatest minds, Ford, Carnegie, Edison, used repetition in their daily rituals to reinforce their beliefs and identity. It's why they knew who they were before anyone else did. They didn't wait for the world to tell them they were successful. They repeated their beliefs, their actions, and their identity daily until it became their reality. This is why rituals are crucial. A ritual is a routine that supports the identity you're building. It's a daily practice that reminds you who you are and who you're becoming. When you have a ritual that reinforces your vision, you've built the foundation for lasting success. Your rituals should be non-negotiable. They should be the first thing you do when you wake up and the last thing you do before you go to bed. These rituals must center around reinforcing your new identity, whether it's through affirmations, visualization, exercise, or deep focus on your goals. Every time you repeat your affirmations, you're locking in your new identity. Every time you take an action aligned with your new identity, you're reinforcing your commitment to success. Every time you act with conviction, you're proving to yourself that you are no longer the person who delays, you are the person who moves with purpose, precision, and power. And it's not just about repeating the words, it's about taking action with faith. Faith that the process works. Faith that the rituals are molding you into the person you've decided to be. Faith in action. When you repeat your affirmations with belief, and you follow them with deliberate action, you are locking in your new identity on every level. Your belief and your actions must be in alignment. Your ritual must become a reflection of your commitment to yourself and to your vision. Here's the final lock-in. I act like it's done. I walk like it's already mine. Say it again. I act like it's done. I walk like it's already mine. This is your final identity shift. You no longer just hope for success. You no longer just wish for greatness. You now know it's coming because you've already decided. Every decision you make, every step you take, must be aligned with this belief. You act like it's already done. You walk like it's already yours. That's the power of faith in action. That's the power of living like you're already the person you've decided to be. And here's the mic drop moment. Let the world wonder what changed. You don't owe them answers. You don't need their approval. You don't need their validation. You are the answer. So stand tall. Walk with confidence. Hold your head high, because you've already made it. Repetition, faith, and action. This is the key to locking in your new identity. This is the key to mastering your destiny. The world will catch up to you, and when it does, they'll see a person who never doubted themselves. They'll see someone who has already become what they once only dreamed of. Now take your next step. Walk like it's done, and let the world watch, in awe.